Hey guys, Dan playing some more City Skylines Mass Transit, and there's been an update. There's some kind of weird Mars thing. So there's a Mars radio now. If you turn it on, there's fucking Mars music, pretty lit. And then you can see this guy's in a spacesuit or something. Party all night, love the city. I don't fucking know, but yeah, there's a Mars thing, and I think there's now rockets and shit. So that's cool. That's fucking cool. I don't know how you get it, but apparently there's rock. Maybe it's a DLC I have to get, but yeah, pretty cool. So I don't know. It came out of nowhere, but I could leave Mars radio on, but sometimes there's people talking, so I'm gonna turn it off. But yeah, interesting thing. I want to know about this rocket thing because it said I could build rockets now. I don't. Maybe I do have to buy some DLC for that, and I'm probably not gonna do that. Yeah. Doesn't seem like it's in any of these things. Maybe in this? Oh yeah, fuck! Chirpx launch site. Oh fuck, cool, we can build a fucking launch site. Awesome! So, I guess maybe it's trying to piggyback off the SpaceX thing? Whatever, it's cool shit. But before that, we've got a criminal to kill, so... there's already a police station, what are you doing? I'm gonna put another one. Oh, there should be a lot of police stations in Poor People Town South, North. Because, you know, I mean, they're poor people. They're all criminals. Oh, I'm awful, and it's great. Anyway, we'll expand this. I need to put more industry in, but I'm sort of running out of space. I'll probably put some more offices in somewhere as well, because that'd be good. But I guess I'll put some more industry in here. Maybe I should specialize a bit, have some wood industry, log a bit, cut down some trees. That'd be cool. That'd be nice. I could put it here. It'd like move. Yeah, really separate Poor People Town with some industry. That'd be good. All right, let's do that. And then at some point today, I will build the space thing. Cause yeah, I like space. You know, it's a sort of a space channel. Not really. I mean, I play Kerbal Space Program and that stuff, but I don't know. I play all kinds of games because, well, you know, space isn't the thing. That's more. See, Scott Manley's like pretty much just space games, isn't he? I guess, and education now. So there's no need for another just space stuff channel. Anyway, so yeah, let's build ourselves a little wood cutting industry, and this will also cause no pollution. So no problems, no pollution, no problems, which is good shit. So yeah, all right. I wonder if there is. I keep thinking I am going to find some upper limit to the size of the city, like we almost had with shops, which I did eventually solve, but part of me thinks that there might be just some fundamental upper limit in the game, so, I don't know. So maybe I'll find it and I'll just have to stop, but for now, you know, I'm just going to keep on building the city. It has been a little while. I didn't do an episode last week because I was doing some other stuff. I had a lot of things on, especially YouTube stuff. There was the KSP DLC, which is coming out, and I did a video on it yesterday. That was good, although I swear to God, YouTube knows when I have a really important video, and then just fucks me. Like, so with the first episode of Kerbal Rising, for the first 10 minutes, it went to no one's sub boxes, and it also didn't get into HD for an hour. So there was like, I think there was like almost 1,000 people watched it, not in HD. So I was stressed for an hour, just about like getting to fucking HD. People shouldn't be watching this in shitty quality. People are gonna be like, oh, a lot of people don't understand that YouTube processes things and thinks that I would just upload this video in 360p because I'm retarded or something. But yeah, so that was terrible. But anyway, I uploaded the DLC thing, and that's the thing. You know, it's a big thing. It's like the DLC. You get a lot of views. I was very happy to be given the DLC, and yeah, YouTube went one step further. Once I published it, not even I could see it. Like, I have put this on the right thing. Yeah. Not even I could see it on my channel page for 20 minutes. Like, it didn't go to anyone's sub boxes. It showed up in launch. It showed up in search stuff. But yeah, so. Basically, that just got totally fucked on that as well. So that was a very stressful day yesterday, even though, you know, it should have just been a fun, like, oh, look, I did a video on the thing. So, yeah. It seems like YouTube is having some problems in the last month. I've heard a lot of people say that it just isn't sending things out, which is fun and terrible. Yeah, it's annoying. But, you know, we'll live. Everything will be okay. Alright, so get that logging industry going. Get this bit more industry going. Is it getting built? Did I put industry here? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. So if you could just build this industry, that'd be great. Could you do it now? Could you do it right now? Come on. Well, whatever. It'll do it at some point. I'll put some offices in as well, because there's got to be demand for offices. There's only like these... Oh, there's a bunch of office district. I don't know. And then shops. Let's just continue to flesh out the suburbs. They're an ever-growing project. You know, they'll become bigger as time goes on. I would like to fill up all these roads, though. That'd be good. But the suburbs are pretty big. Good. The city is pretty big. I think it's probably the biggest city I've ever built. I think. Yeah. Probably. Anyway. So, offices. You know what? This might be a good place for offices. Put some offices on Rome Beach. It's not really a beach. It's just near some river. But it's kind of like Venice Beach in Los Angeles. So, yeah. Seems like... seems like the ferries are having problems. It seems like they've beached. The ferry system doesn't work because the ferries keep beaching. Okay, yeah, we're going to want to get some more water in there. Can I make these deeper? That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. Okay, alright, yeah. How do I... Is it in terrain? Yeah, can I make these any deeper? Yeah. Can I... I hope so, because I need to get water in here. We really need these ferries not to do that. Come on. I guess I could pump water into them, but it would be dirty water, and that would make this whole place a little less desirable. Yeah, if I just deepen this whole thing at the back, then hopefully all the other feed ones will just go right into it. Hopefully. So, if I just keep doing that, that'll be good. Yeah, alright. Yeah, get more water flowing in this way as well. Hopefully. Alright. Is that full of water now? Yes, just about. Yeah, our ferries are working now. Can't lower that because that's there, but it's actually not too much of a problem. Actually, no, that is a problem. I'll just delete this, and then... Because I want to... Yeah, I've got to drop the whole thing all the way down. Yeah, alright. And that is as deep as it can be. Ish. Yeah, we good? Not really. Okay, that's a bit fucked. All of this is a bit fucked. I think actually if I raise this... Oh, no, that's no good. I think it stopped water flowing out. And water is still flowing in, so I think that's good. Alright, and then I'll put the ferry depot back in. Alright, solving problems. Solving very small, sort of inconsequential problems. So, ferry depot. Right there. Ugh, god damn it. Can you... Oh yeah, you always have to switch to, like, road, delete road. It's weird how quickly I forget how to play this game. It's only been, like, a couple weeks. Put this back like that. There we go. And then, roads. Cool. So that should start working again. Well, start working. It never worked in the first place, so... Yeah, it's all looking goo. Alright. Have you been building these offices? Yeah, those offices have gone up. Have you put the industry in over here? You haven't. Cool. That's a fun decision. I guess I'll put some buses or something. Let's just link this with buses. Oh, God. Yeah, my public transport system is and will remain a mess, I think. I think that's just how it's gonna be. Oh, I could just put some more stops in like this. Like, I bet if I just gave a day to it, I could fix it, but I don't have a day to give to this. You got power? Yeah, you'll have power. You got water? Nope. Alright. I guess you'll need a fire service. So I'll preemptively put that in. Like so. And maybe a cop shop. There we go. Alright. Do it. Do it. Do it now. It's my best Arnold, terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Okay, or just be a huge dick your whole life. This road probably needs expanding. It looks extremely busy. I really should get a traffic mod, but I feel like if I should have done that at the start of the series, and now it would just be kind of changing it up too much. I don't know. Maybe if I did a 4th series of City Skylines. There we go. Now we got industry. Fuck yeah. Fixing problems. Anyway, let's build this space thing. We've got to build the Falcon Heavy or whatever. It's probably the Falcon Heavy. Put it near the airport? Yeah, put it near the motorway. We want people coming to it. So, if I expand this motorway down, maybe have a junction here, and then the spaceport could be here. How big is it? That bit. Ooh, he's quite substantial. Cool. Well, yeah, it should be on the edge of town, obviously. Launching over, you know, nothing. Or Poor People's Town. It could launch over Poor People's Town. I mean, that wouldn't be... I don't see how that could be a problem. Yeah, it's just poor people, so... It's not like it matters if we drop missiles on them. I mean, that was the plan in the end anyway, you know? When all this goes to hell, poor people die first, man. It's just, you know, it's just how it goes, you know? Oh, seriously, I should be a world leader. I would be so great, you know? You know, there'll be no bullshitting. I'll just be like, yeah, of course we're gonna fuck up poor people. That's what we do. It's not that I don't like poor people, it's just I'm a powerful rich person. That's our whole thing. We gotta... What are we, just gonna not fuck up poor people? That's, you know, for generations, we've been fucking up poor people. And I'm not gonna have that wonderful legacy destroyed by some, you know, human rights or, you know, basic human decency. It sounds like I'm making some kind of statement right now, but it's definitely not specific enough for that. So, you know, I would be a very pragmatically terrible leader. Talking of pragmatically terrible leaders, have you heard that the president of China... My phone is buzzing. Yeah, fuck that. The president of China is trying to make himself president for life, seems like. Which, you know, not super great, because, you know... It would be really bad if China were a dictatorship, because China's sort of a pretty major world player now, and I'm sure the president's like, I think the president's pretty good, but like, Obama was pretty good, but we don't want him as president for life, because, you know, that's, because that's not a democracy. But yeah, so that might happen, which isn't, seriously, why can't I get this road the same? Yeah, it's close enough. And then I'll switch the way around it is. But yeah, no, it's super worrying. I mean, he isn't making himself... That's just like... He's removing the thing that means... He's removing term limits, basically, ahead of his next election. And that's the first sort of thing a dictator would do. It's like Putin... he reached his term limit as Prime Minister. Then he transferred all the powers of Prime Minister to the President, and then became the President, and probably will never leave, because he's kind of a dictator. Turns out, you know, Russia's not super great. I mean, they're great at, you know, fucking with elections, turns out. Probably. No, I think there is proof of that. It's just not clear whether Trump was like, yeah, let's do that, or if it was just... Or if maybe the Russians wanted him in office for some reason, like maybe, you know, maybe because he's great, you know, they were like, America should be strong, but that's probably not what they were going for. Anyway, so I'm thinking just put this here. I don't want it to be on the side of the road, that's fucking weird. It's got to have its own road, and it's going to be a treed road, and then it's going to be surrounded by trees. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, worrying, because China could very well become the most powerful country in the world if it manages to usurp America, which, you know, yes, might not be that difficult anymore. Something might have happened, which might make that kind of not particularly difficult. Anyway, yeah, let's put this here. Yeah, but anyway, that's the worrying thing. Worrying stuff. But, you know... I think it will be harder to enact a dictatorship these days with the connectivity of the world. Although that's not true either, because you can't, the internet's totally locked down in China. We don't have that kind of connectivity with them. Obviously, they can get information out, but not in the same kind of... Like, if someone tried to enact a dictatorship in America, it would be nigh on impossible, because... Well, because the whole world would hear about it straight away, because they have a free and open internet. And I think just generally America is, despite its problems, is extremely robust to things. It would be incredibly difficult to enact a dictatorship, because partly because of the freedom that people feel and feel they deserve, which they do, and partly just because the system is extremely strong in America. It's one of the things I do admire. I actually quite like the political system in America, that you have a president, and that's one branch of government, and then a Congress, and then the House, and then the courts, which are... Obviously, that's true in most countries. The courts can overrule illegal things. Oh, we've got a thing to do here. But yeah, anyway, my point is America has a lot of things that makes it very resistant to dictatorship, whereas China doesn't have a lot of those things. Anyway, so it looks like I could make a rocket. Do we have to make... Do I... Launch past... Bluebird Heavy? Huh. Oh, so they're going to construct a rocket and then I launch it? Cool. Does it construct based on how many visitors it gets? Do you suppose that's how it happens? Well, I'm going to put some transport to it so people can come check it out, yo. Anyway, yeah, that was my brief rundown of why China might be fucked and why I don't think a lot of countries are as vulnerable as they are. Because the government's already a little, quite seriously authoritarian. Yeah, anyway, so we're going to put some buses in, maybe a little underground. A little underground? Maybe just a full-on train. Lots of shit. Gonna get all the people out here to come see the launches, come work on the rockets, come, you know, interfere with them. Yeah, let's have it right under the launch pad. Just in case it explodes while a train's under there, we can kill a lot of people. It's called population control, and it's important. You know, overpopulation is a big issue. We gotta start killing people. That's an interesting fallacy, actually, talking of world issues, as I want to do. There's this fallacy that if we were to reduce the amount of deaths in poorer countries of, like, children, then the population of the world would skyrocket, and that would be ultimately a bad thing. So, if you were to make more children survive in poor countries, you know, it would cause problems with population. But that's it turns out this isn't true, because people have a lot of the reason there's so many children in these poor countries is because the parents know a lot of them won't survive. So you kind of got to have a bunch of kids to fucking hedge your odds. But if you don't have to, and you're in a country like you know, Britain or America or Japan. Japan's gone the other way quite a lot. But anyway, you can have a lot less children. So the average is like 2 and a bit, which still isn't great. But yeah, so it's like, it's one of those, sorry, I'm trying to figure out, oh, there we go. So yeah, anyway, if you improve the health of countries, the population actually goes down. Which is kind of what you want in a world where the population is getting extremely high. Yeah, it's just one of those interesting logical fallacies that sounds obviously horrible because it's like, well, we shouldn't save children because it'll fuck us up. But it could also, if it were true, be brutally logical. But it's not even that, so... Don't kill children, is what I'm saying. Anyway, we're building a rocket. Had no visitors yet. No one gives a fuck. But I wanted to put it out here because it's cool. It's cool having it out here. And I'm going to put a bunch of trees there so you can't, like, drive by, shoot a rocket. There was one time when the Falcon 9 exploded on the pad. We all remember that. There was an amazing video and kind of a sad day. Are these not the big trees? They look like the same. Oh, no, they do get bigger. Oh, I'm looking for these trees. Alright. But yeah, when the rocket exploded on the pad, the Falcon 9, There was like a slight sound before it, and like a flash of movement of something. And obviously the conspiracy was, well, there was a lot of conspiracies, but one of the things was, maybe it was shot by a sniper. I mean, it was a military base, so there'd be no shortage of sniper rifles, or anti-materials rifles, more likely like a Barrett 50 cal. Interestingly, not really a sniper rifle. People have this conception that it's a sniper rifle, probably because of, well, it looks like a sniper rifle, but it's not. It's an anti-materials rifle for destroying armored vehicles and ordnance from range, because they don't really make 50 cal rounds to be accurate enough to be like a precision sniper round, like a 338 Lapua or something. I talked about bullets last time as well. It'll become the bullet show. I do find bullets, well, I find weapons extremely interesting. Obviously, I'm a bit of a slight war nut, history-wise, not like want there to be a war. Yeah. Anyway, I was talking about the Falcon 9. But yeah, so there was actually the SpaceX people actually wanted to try and get up on the roof of the ULA building across the way to like check, and the ULA people wouldn't let them, which is like, did you maybe shoot the rocket a bit? I mean, they're a government organization with military ties. Wouldn't be that hard to just, you know, shoot the rocket. There'd be no one around because the pad would be empty. Be a interesting theory. But it didn't. It looked as if that wasn't actually the case. So, be an interesting part of kind of corporate espionage, though. Why has no one come to see my fucking rocket? That's bullshit. Come and see it. It's great. I'm gonna put in more buses. Fuck it. What? I also need more bus stations. I think I only have like. Oh, I have 3. I could use a 4th though over here. That would be useful. Just kind of tuck it here, maybe. But yeah, interesting stuff. Space industry is rather, well, I would hope that there wouldn't be so much ill will towards a competitor that you would destroy their rocket. But you never know. I mean, crazier shit has happened. Corporate espionage can be rather interesting. Talking of espionage. Oh, I've just got topics for days. I haven't even written these down. There's just loads of shit happening in the world right now. In Britain, there was a spy murdered, which is, he was poisoned by a nerve agent. Which is, you know, very interesting, but also terrible. But, yeah, so, there was this, ex-Russian spy, I guess, who must have pretty much bailed and, like, joined British intelligence. Anyway, he was murdered with a nerve agent in the last few days, which is, well, probably the work of Russia, because like, I mean, it's not like you can just cook up a nerve agent randomly. Like it's the kind of thing a government would really have, and the kind of thing you'd sort of expect Russia to maybe do a bit. Why are you out of resources? Not enough raw materials, but you just make fish sticks. You don't have enough fish. Go get some, dick. Anyway, but yeah, no, that's some pretty serious shit. Like, there's been a lot of ex-Russian spies killed in Britain, mysteriously. There was, I think, Sergei Kislyak. No, Kislyak's a diplomat. I don't know their names, but yeah, like in the past few years, like a lot of spies have died. You know, mysteriously, in quotes. Not that mysteriously. It was probably Russia. Like, I mean, when a you know, ex-Russian spy turned English spy is killed in a very mysterious, sophisticated way, it's like, well, let's just hedge our bets here, and you know, yeah, no, well, anyway, but yeah, interesting stuff, and especially since I've been reading the Bond books recently. I've talked about this before, but yeah, I've started, instead of before I go to bed, I've started reading because helps you sleep. You know, it's one of those things that you should do, but it's like, but I want to watch this video before I go to, you know. But anyway, I've started doing it. I've started reading the Bond books. So I got Spies on the Mind, but they're really they're fantastic. There is a little more explanation of like the more realistic things of spying, like the office drudgery. Because in the movies, it's all just James Bond is basically Superman, and he's gonna go murder a guy who is playing poker, trying to get his money, and he's gonna get fucking murdered because James Bond has had enough of this shit. He's gonna murder the shit out of you. It's a lot of that kind of, he goes places and, you know, it's an action film. You wouldn't want to see office drudgery. But there is, like, real allusion to it in the books. Like, it's always talking about how Bond's out tray is full and, you know, how he's bored because he hasn't been on a mission in a while and is, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And, yeah, it's really interesting. And that's kind of one of the themes of Archer is, if you watch Archer, there's a lot of, it focuses, there's more time spent in the office, you know, arguing and having to do dumb bullshit than there is out spying, really. And that's kind of part of the joke, because it's one of the things that when they showed real CIA agents, the James Bond films, they were all like, why didn't you have to file an expense report and stuff? And it was like, yeah. But Archer tackles that quite well. Yeah. So, spies and shit. Although I am almost out of Bond books, I will have to buy some more. Off of Amazon. Like, I know you're supposed to go to bookshops and shit, and I do, but they never have all of the James Bond books, so where the fuck else am I gonna get it? You know what has them? Amazon. You know who can get them to me quicker than if I went to the shop? Amazon. Although, you really shouldn't shop on Amazon. Like, my mother's made quite a big thing out of it, but she's kind of a hippie. Like, hippie such that, like, homeopathy hippie. Such that until, like, a year ago, I thought homeopathy was, like, a sort of real thing. Like, I'd just never been like, oh, well, this is clearly bullshit. I mean, I never knew what it was. I was just like, my mum would have some homeopathy. I thought it was just like a home medicine, like fucking paracetamol. Until I started looking into it, and it's like, oh no, this is bullshit. And it's one of those things that tricks hippies. It's like, oh, this is so... You don't want to pay those big companies selling you, you know, deadly fucking drugs. Those are all... Those companies, they're bad. They are just big fucking companies. And you don't want to get your medicine from them. You want to get it from us, who are also massive companies, except our medicine doesn't do anything because it's homeopathic. Which is, if you don't know, the process of taking the thing that caused the ailment. So if you had arsenic poisoning, you would take a little bit of arsenic and you would dilute it in water to such a degree, which I didn't know until I actually watched the Kurt Kazat video. You have to dilute it to such a degree that to have one atom of the original, like, substance in it, you would have to have as many atoms of water as there are atoms in the solar system. That's how diluted it is, which is obviously bullshit, because when you buy the little tiny bottle of the pill, it's just water. It's just water, because obviously you can't have that many atoms in a pill, you know, the size of the universe, the size of the solar system even. So it's that much diluted, which is ridiculous. And the idea is that water has memory. It's like, okay, then why doesn't it remember all the other shit it's had in it? And I guess the actual rebuttal to that, which no one ever mentions, is it doesn't remember that because it hasn't been diluted as much, and that's how it gains its memory. So if it's been in an ocean, if you had some arsenic in an ocean, it would be very weak. Oh, actually, yeah, that's a fair explanation. But still, that's bullshit, because water doesn't have memory. Because, like, how would it? There's no proof for that. No evidence for that. Anyway, I've forgotten what I was saying, but something about my mother. Yeah, she was a hippie, and I would have, when we went, okay, so when we went to Sri Lanka one time, instead of getting our jabs for, like, dengue fever and malaria, we brought this green box of fucking homeopathic bullshit. It was like, dude, I could have died. I also haven't had my inoculations. Oh yeah, it's been a fucking trip learning about all this shit and being like, wow, like, I love my mother and I don't care about this, and I honestly, you know, like, I am a little bit of the opinion that the over-reliance on medicine isn't a great thing. This is fucked. Where are the fire engines? Probably off doing something. Suppressing people in Poor people town, just, you know, spraying water on them, water cannon. Anyway, oh yeah, anyway, I haven't had my fucking, like, vaccinations, so I could get mumps, which I was like, oh, that sucks. Then I found out it can cause, like, brain damage and shit, and I was like, Mum, fuck, man, just Jesus, get me the fuck. But as long as I'm pure, that were her words. Oh, it's terrible, but, alright, yeah. I mean, I don't give a shit, like, yeah. If I had a real thing though, like when it turned out I had real stuff, she would take me to the doctor. She wasn't totally fucking crazy. She just was a bit hippie-y, which is fine. You know, it never affected me, and you know, when I needed medical attention, I'd get it. Like, it wasn't like, oh, we'll pray for you, man. Don't worry, buddy. We've got this. Yeah. So it's fine. But what was my original point? I was saying something about. I was talking about spies, and then I was talking about... I literally don't remember. I'll have to go back and check the tapes. But anyway, I said something about it before I talked about my mother. Oh, I don't know. You'll never know. We'll never know. Oh, it's gonna bug me forever. We'll never know. Alright. Let's move on. So we got industry. Industry's flowing well. We need some more shops, really. I don't really want to put too many more shops in, though, because you know what happened last time? We had a big problem. Un problema maxima. I think that will be the biggest problem. I remember a bit of Spanish-ish. A very little bit. Like, I can maybe direct a cab driver and stuff like that, which is actually super fucking useful. Like, people are always like, when am I ever gonna use this? We're talking about towns and stuff. It's like, yeah, man, so you can tell the fucking cab driver where to go. And you learn about food, it's like, yeah, when you go to a restaurant. Or you learn about health, yeah, for when you buy cheap cigarettes in another country. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, so it's all useful. Yeah, it turns out school is useful. Like, I was never one of those kids who'd be like, when am I gonna use this? I'd be like, you just fucking learn it and maybe some of it'll be useful and shut the fuck up! I found other kids very annoying, you know? All their little tiny annoying problems. Which, of course, I had too. I wasn't better than them, I was just an asshole. But I found them annoying. But yeah, I use all the stuff I learn all the time. Obviously, I use the maths because I do computing. But, like, my maths A-level, which I fucking hated. I've talked a lot about how much I hated my A-levels. I was very unhappy. Jesus, no one's working in these fucking things. Go to work! You fucks! Are there any... Oh, there's no houses about. That's probably the issue. There's poor people right there! Just get some of the poor people in a bus and put them in there, and then lock the doors and then pick them up at 11 in the evening. Working 9 till 11. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Oh yeah, I was talking about stuff I use from school. I use maths all the time. Obviously I use the English skills. IT skills. I still use Excel all the time. Spanish, you know. It's if you go to Spain or Mexico or pretty much any of South America or Central America or no, I think that's it. Yeah. And then French if you go to France or bits of Africa, I guess. What other things did we learn in school? I don't remember. RE? I know more about religion. And I was in GCSE in my school. I was in the short course, which was the bottom set for RE. Don't know why I was there. I was a smart guy. Maybe I just wasn't there on the day where we selected. So all the other people, not all, most of the other people in the class were a little bit dim, which is fine. But they just weren't very aware of, you know, current goings-on in religions and stuff. So it made me feel smart for an hour a week, so that was good. But it was super fucking weird. God, there's nowhere to put industry. How's the oil fields doing? I haven't checked them in a while. Oh, they're kicking ass now, look at that. We're kicking ass on oil. We're gonna make America great again. We're gonna stop this war on oil. You know, we had a little war on oil, no more. We're gonna make Canville great again. Oh, I love it when Donald Trump tries to talk about clean coal. It's like, clean coal, by the way, is just like a bullshit thing that the coal industry came up with to be like, Yeah, it's fucking clean now. It was dirty before, and now it's clean. It's magic. Fuck you. Donald Trump's always like, you know what clean coal is? And then there's the point where he should know and explain. And I think he just realizes, he's like, oh fuck, no, I don't know either. And then he's like, it's just when they get the coal and they clean it, they clean that coal. It's like, no man, that's not even what they pretend it to be, you fucking idiot. Oh god, I love Donald Trump. I fucking love him. He's fast becoming my favorite source of entertainment. He's I think maybe inadvertently funny and terrifying and hilarious, and it's wonderful. I'm glad he's the president. Hillary would have been boring. Everything would have been fine, but this is amazing. And it's not really happening to me, so it's great. But so like the other day he just tweeted witch hunt in all caps. Just witch hunt. And it was like, alright, cool. Witch hunt? What are you talking about? He was just, nope, witch hunt, fuck you. So that was funny. It was just the funniest fucking thing. There was a bit where he talked about setting up a cybercrime thing to stop election hacking, and guess who they were going to set it up with? Russia. He was talking to Putin about it. Putin was like, yes, Donald, you know, I hear you have problem with election hacking. Let me solve that for you. Give me all your shit, and we'll fix it. I'm sure that's how he sounds, and that wasn't a racist accent at all. And then there was the gun thing where he just totally turned around on it. I think Donald Trump really just says the last thing he's heard someone say, and it's like, yeah, that's cool. But he was just sitting there, and everyone was like, all right, he's going to talk about teachers with guns and defend the NRA. But he was like, yeah, no, the NRA has no power over me. Fuck them. You know, maybe we should just not have any due process for taking away people's guns. And it was like, all right, that's okay. You're just going to take them away whenever? It's like, yeah, man, fuck it. You know, when we think someone's wrong, just take them. And that was basically what he said. And, you know, he started banning bump stocks, and it's like, you're all over the place, man. It's fucking impossible to keep up. It's like, I think he's very much the internet's president, you know? He just sort of just is all over the place, and it's like fucking ADD in a president, and you can't keep up, and like, I know I don't really have to keep up, it's not like, but he's the president of the United States. He's like, basically the president of the world. But you didn't hear that from me. And it's just, it's fucking mental. You know, it's just impossible to keep up. Everything's going crazy. He's being sued by a porn star right now, and it's a magical time to be alive. You know, not if you're poor in America, then it's real bad. But other than, you know, if you're just like me, an observer, a privileged white English observer, you know, it's good shit. It is good shit. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch this. I'm hyperbolizing a little bit. It does terrify me, and obviously the environment, and actually when people get fucked over, I am very upset about that. But yeah, over the last few weeks, man, it's been, yeah, I don't know. Isn't that a thing that some kind of, there was some philosopher said that nihilists would laugh at the craziness. I guess I'm a nihilist, so maybe it makes sense that I've just found myself laughing about it. But it's just so fucking ridiculous all the time. It's impossible not to find it a bit funny, you know? Oh, man. I'm in a good mood today. Usually I'm all down on Trump and stuff. But no, today I'm in a good mood. I had a good day. Had a good meeting with my supervisor. Just, you know, talked about my project, which is going well. I've got the car, like, taking corners by itself now. If you didn't know, I'm doing self-driving cars in my dissertation, and, but, like, in racing games. So they look at the game, then they provide the input, which is so annoyingly difficult to explain to people. People are like, so you're developing a game? It's like, no, I'm developing a self-driving car AI. What it does is it takes images from the screen and figures out what to do. It's like, oh, so this is all just screenshots? It's like, no, this is real time. It's playing the game. And they're like, so you're a game developer? It's like, no, fuck no, I'm not a game developer. I'm using a game to teach my AI. And they're like, so, it's like, no. But anyway, but no, it was good. Then we just talked about how drones could be incorporated into self-driving cars. That was fun. And then, wrote a bunch of code, you know. Had a career meeting. I gotta get a fucking job, like. And I gotta put this on my CV, you know. I gotta be like, yeah, I was a self-employed online video creator. And they're like, oh, what do you do? It's like, you know, YouTube. It's like, oh, what's your channel? It's like, no, Didn't have one, man. No channel. It's gone now. Don't watch my City Skylines series. Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, it's good. You know, I don't know though, man. Never had a real job. I don't know what to expect. It also means I have no one to like reference, be like, yeah, this person can vouch that I can work. So I guess it's not that important though. Coming out of uni, you know, they expect that. I mean, I was fucking self-employed. I was a self-employed media producer. I was a influencer. I've stayed extremely far away from the word influencer because that makes me a little bit sick. You know when it's like, oh, I'm a social media influencer? It's like, oh, fuck, that hurts my soul when you say that. An influencer. I influence children to buy shit they don't need, that will make them actually less happy. But buy these fucking etnies, or whatever. I don't know what kids buy. I don't know what influencers sell. Well, I mean, I push games, like, yeah. Yeah, I've had sponsorship from games, so I guess I'm technically a social media influencer. Influencing all of you, you fucks. I tricked you. Yeah. But no, that's fairly innocuous. And like at the start, I'm like, this is a fucking ad, yo. Not, oh yeah, I just totally got these cool new shit, these Converse that I totally paid for. Or whatever. I wish I could get free shoes. I get free games a lot, which is really cool. I wanted to move from like free indie games though to like, I want the next Call of Duty. I wonder if I can just like call them up and be like, yo, can I just have this? I'll do a video. You don't have to pay me. Just give me the game. Because that'd be cool. That'd be the apex of... That's probably one of the coolest things about this job is like, oh yeah, I don't really pay for games very often anymore. I know that's like, yeah, I know bragging, but yeah, I am bragging. It's fucking cool. Like, I'm just some idiot with a microphone with a slightly nice sounding voice that must just distract people from how fucking insane the words are. And yeah, it's fucking cool. So yeah, thank you for watching. Anyway, it's been like 40 minutes, and we still haven't built a fucking rocket, and literally no one's gonna see. We were like, yeah, we're building a rocket over there, you wanna come see? And they're like, no, fuck off. And we're like, alright. But yeah, good day. Talked about how China's probably become a dictatorship, how Russian spies are being murdered, how Donald Trump is just my favorite. Oh, I love how you just tweeted witch hunt, exclamation mark. You mental, Donald. You're a mental. I love you. I actually fucking kind of hate him a bit. I have such mixed feelings about Donald Trump. Part of me thinks he's funny, part of me thinks he'll destroy the world. But, you know, that's true of any good leader. Like, I might destroy this world at some point. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. Yeah, I'll see you next time.